Going underground. With the ever-increasing population and its demands, India will soon be running short of many resources, and our land resource is among one of them. This article addresses this problem and offers some feasible and sustainable solutions that in the last few years, the rate at which the population of our country has increased has led to numerous problems such as a shortage of clean drinkable water, parking spaces, increasing power cuts, traffic jams, and so on. There are very few local governing bodies that have been able to resolve these issues. With a lack of political will, vision and financial challenges, our governing bodies won't be able to find a solution to these problems anytime soon. Through this article, I wish to share some basic ideas and solutions which can prove to be of benefit to the country. Building basements. The basements are much cooler than the above levels of the building. This is primarily because the basement walls are surrounded by land instead of air, which means that the walls are shielded from direct sunlight. In addition, the land mass covering the basement is always cooler than the air above, because the air heats up quickly compared to the land. And by the time the land starts to heat up, it's already time for the sun to set. Some other factors keep the underground land mass cooler, and they are: 1. The presence of moisture in the ground. 2. The ground is mostly covered by either vegetation or construction in most cases, protecting it from direct sunlight. 3. As the moisture from the ground surface gets evaporated, it causes a cooling effect on the ground, making it cooler. These are some of the primary reasons why the basements are cooler compared to the higher levels of the building. The same principle works during the winter season when the air is extremely cold but the basement is protected from it, resulting in warmer basements. These basements can be used for anything ranging from schools, hotels, restaurants, hospitals, etc., where people do not stay for long, but air conditioning costs are high due to high power consumption and commercial rates of electricity. Challenges in the construction of the basements. 1. Removal and dumping of landmass. 2. Waterproofing of the basement. 3. Pumping the wastewater out of the basement. 4. Building bylaws. Underground heat exchangers for air conditioning. The underground is always cooler than the air above in summer and warmer than the air above in winter. This means that the temperature of the underground varies much less as compared to the air above. This phenomenon can be used to our advantage, and this can be achieved by installing heat exchangers underground. In modern cities, almost all modern housing facilities are provided with underground water tanks. These water tanks always remain cooler in the summer. And, therefore, they can be modified into heat exchangers similar to an AC's outbox. A heat exchanger's primary function is to exchange heat between two sources of heat. In this case, one source is the room or apartment and the other source is the water tank. The water tank is much cooler than the room above. Therefore, when the air from above is made to flow through the cool water in the tank, natural heat exchange between the water and the air will take place, making the air cooler and the water a little bit warmer. This cooler air can be supplied back to the apartment, resulting in a cooler temperature in the apartment. The efficiency of this system will vary according to the outer conditions, but certain methods can also be employed to increase the efficiency. 1. Installing water cooling mechanisms in the tank. 2. Constructing a deeper tank. 3. Weatherproofing the apartment. Another way of installing a heat exchanger underground is by constructing a small well, placing a heat exchanger in it, and covering it with dirt. This system will also work similarly to the previous heat exchanger. The hot air will travel through the copper pipes to the heat exchanger, where it will exchange heat with much cooler moisture present underground. The efficiency of this system can be improved by watering the top of the well 2 to 3 times a day. This will increase the moisture content in the well, and when it will be exposed to warm air from the exchanger and the environment above, the moisture will evaporate, creating a cooling effect in the well. Electricity from sewage pipes. Nowadays, innovators across the world are trying to generate electricity from the sewage flowing beneath the ground we walk. They install microturbines in the sewage pipes where the flowing sewage act against the turbine blades, making them move and produce electricity. The electricity produced from a microturbine is very low, but it is more than enough to light up mini street lights. Moreover, if microturbines are installed in large numbers, the electricity produced by them will also be more underground storage. As it is clear from the above explanations, that it is easier to maintain the temperature in an underground facility as compared to facilities above the land, it would be wise to start working on the possibility of moving our storage underground. It is also important that we start protecting the underground from contaminations like heavy metals, biological wastes and plastics etc.